Leading Attraction 13-8 favourite. Brave Rebellion is into 5-1. 13-2 Flying Falcon. Merigo 7-1. Ice-T at 8-1 and 16-1. Bar those at Doncaster where the runners are at the post.
Cap chase 3 miles, and O'Malley is the first one to jump away. They'll have a steady left-hand turn before they encounter the first of what are 3 fences before they'll reach the home straight for the first time. And it's O'Malley on this longish run to the first, who leads from Ice-T and Merigo. At the back of the field, Another Promise in the green and white colours is taking a pretty fierce hold under restraint from Dominic Ellsworth as they'll take this left-hand turn and prepare to leave the ground for the first time. O'Malley in the noseband, Ice-T red and yellow, Merigo with the big white face in the green jacket. They're going to be the first 3 to rise at fence number 1, which they all take perfectly okay. Brave Rebellion, the blue colours yellow cap, just ahead of the noseband of Leading Attraction. And out wider Apollo Creed, now the mount of Paddy Brennan. Likewise, Flying Falcon has a different jockey, courtesy of Aidan Coleman being rerouted as they take number 2, which Ice-T wasn't as good as some. And the last pair, Standing Obligation. And last of all is the keen Another Promise. His rider takes a look over his left-hand shoulder. He will only see the pursuing ambulances, as all of his rivals are in front of him as they head on towards fence number 3. O'Malley is over, leading by a length or so. It's just a steady pace. The conditions have really found them out in the closing stages of recent races, and the riders no doubt aware of that. Merigo and Ice-T continue to give pursuit. Brave Rebellion in 4th place. And had quite so many races over the 2 days over the larger obstacles, so the ground probably a little better, as O'Malley was rather awkward in his jumping technique at the first in the straight, but got to the other side safely, which I suppose is what counts most. And it's O'Malley on towards fence number 5. Brave Rebellion on the inside rail, Ice-T in red and yellow, white face of Merigo. Then comes Flying Falcon alongside Leading Attraction and Apollo Creed. Standing Obligation and still Another Promise under restraint at the rear of the field. So making their journey on towards number 6, and very little change in the order. O'Malley, Ice-T from Merigo. Brave Rebellion just looking for a stride. He saw a stride. Merigo didn't really and hit it halfway up. But the partnership never really looked like being severed as they come on towards fence number 7. O'Malley from Ice-T, Merigo, didn't appear to check his stride too much, is still right on the premises. They take the next, Brave Rebellion, good leap by Leading Attraction, Apollo Creed in the stripes, then Flying Falcon, Standing Obligation. The gap to Another Promise, clearly the early initiative was to settle Another Promise, but he's just being niggled along at the back of the field for a few strides. He's still in touch. Dominic now just seeming to want to get him involved, having tried to settle him early. See how much of the former glowing light still burns for Another Promise, but so far not looking overly hopeful as they race down the side of the track. And it's O'Malley with Ice-T and Merigo, who've always been O'Malley's closest pursuers, and once again they draw alongside on the run towards the water. Leading Attraction, Apollo Creed and Brave Rebellion as they take the water, which O'Malley was in tight. Flying Falcon, Standing Obligation. Another Promise who is still in touch with them, only about 4 lengths away. Another Plain Fence is number 9 of the 18. That time Merigo clearly rising in front. From in 2nd place Ice-T. O'Malley just being niggled along on the inside rail. Brave Rebellion has left that rail to get a sight of the next fence in the yellow cap from Apollo Creed and Leading Attraction. And Flying Falcon, Standing Obligation and Another Promise, who certainly has travelled okay down the side of the course. Another Promise, as the leader is already on towards the climb that'll carry them towards the next plain fence. And once again, a difference of opinion as to where the best ground may lie. Merigo being taken a little wide, which was the Victoria's Groom route. By contrast, O'Malley is making a little bit of ground by going the shortest route. Whether it'll expend more energy in doing so, only time will tell. As Merigo, with Apollo Creed jumping up well. Flying Falcon made a mistake. Clicked along for a few strides after jumping that Aidan Coleman. So Merigo with O'Malley, Ice-T, Apollo Creed and Leading Attraction, now this leading cluster. Still in touch in 6th place is Brave Rebellion, but he has just lost a couple of places. Flying Falcon on the back foot after that error is in 7th from Standing Obligation. I'm afraid Another Promise is beginning to lose touch now. I don't think Dominic Ellsworth's going to knock him about, and I think he shortly will be pulled up. So Merigo being repressed by Ice-T and O'Malley. Apollo Creed and Leading Attraction and this leading wave of 5 take the next. And they remain away from Flying Falcon, Brave Rebellion and Standing Obligation. So Merigo still at the head of this quintet as they race on towards the last of the open ditches, which is 6 from the finish. Merigo from Apollo Creed in second, Ice-T in third. A few sent the Birch sparring there. Another mistake by Flying Falcon, and now he receives reminders. So beginning this run round towards the fifth last. Merigo with leading attraction, travelling comfortably. Ice-T, then towards the stand side, Apollo Creed, and Standing Obligation as they take the last of the fences down the side of the course. O'Malley's beginning to drop out. Flying Falcon has dropped out, and all of a sudden it appears we're down to effectively only 6 chances as they race now down towards the line of 4 fences up the home straight. Merigo's given a bold sight out in front, got most of them hard at it. Leading attraction under this big weight, still there with a chance. Standing Obligation on the right's made steady progress under Ryan Mania and now moves through to dispute the lead. Back in 4th place then, Brave Rebellion. Apollo Creed is now punch-drunk back in 5th behind these Ice-T, and all of a sudden Standing Obligation has come through to lead and appears to be travelling very strongly. Standing Obligation is over from in 2nd place. Merigo being ridden along. Back in 3rd is Brave Rebellion, and then the big weight's told on Leading Attraction. So racing down towards the 2nd last, Standing Obligation, with Merigo trying to make the most of the weight concession as they come towards this fence, and Standing Obligation is over. Merigo hasn't given up. Brave Rebellion was violently out to the right, so down towards the last, and all of a sudden the scales tilting back in Merigo's favour as he goes past Standing Obligation on the run down towards the final fence. So Dougie Costello, just denied in our previous contest, takes the last in front on Merigo from Standing Obligation in 2nd place, and driven out towards the line. The big white face of Merigo at the last. Brave Rebellion appeared to refuse and driven out towards the line. The weight concession probably telling Merigo. Dougie Costello leads home. Standing Obligation into 2nd place. In 3rd place is Leading Attraction. Apollo Creed is 4th, and after refusing at the last, jockey and horse reunited Brave Rebellion at the final fence.
Well, number 12, Merigo, Dougie Costello, 7-1 the winner. Second was number 2, Standing Obligation at 16-1, and third was number 1, Leading Attraction, who was sent off the 13-8 favourite.